So the tall unit is roughly in position. Next thing is what I do. I mark 720 from underside of the unit. 720 to get the height so I can adjust my legs. And after that, and obviously level it so it's plumb. And then I roughly sit it in position where it's going to be. So we got an end panel going here, an end panel going here. The good thing is with these end panels, they give you more for trim compared to Howden's, Wicks, etc. They got only 10mm roughly for trimming, where these give you plenty of trimming. I think it was about 15mm you got, so you will be able to get over uneven walls if you do encounter them, which you usually do. So yeah, that's a good thing. I got these to set in because the wardrobe people come and template in a day or so. So I got this section, and then there's a little bit there I need to fit, and that's ready for them to template. So butler sink is in a position for templating. Here what we also got is the space for dishwasher. I always allow a bit more. I make it 602 or 603 space because then it gives you a better gap, because sometimes it's a bit too gap's a bit too tight, because the door usually is 595, so you want a bit more gap for appliance. So what else? Yes, so that's how I set my tall ladder units out. I just mark from bottom to the top the size of the cupboard, which as I said is 720, and then I line it with the cupboard which has been leveled, and that gives me, and also obviously put the level on the side to check that it's right upright, to make sure those legs are set correctly, and so the fronts aren't too proud. And then that gives you also the measurement you need for your end panel. And once you've done that side, in this case you'll go to the floor. Because we have vinyl floor, what I'll have 4mm pack on the floor, and then I will rest the end panel on it. So when the floor comes, it can go under the end panel, so it doesn't have to be cut around. And I try to do that everywhere if I know what the floor is going to be. Usually you do know. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying, and I catch up with you in a bit. Right, so done the two ladder cabinets and panels, and unfortunately for some reason they come narrower than your base cabinet panels. I'll show you the difference. It's like 18mm. This is our ladder cabinet, as you can see, nothing's trimmed off, and this is our base cabinet. So I guess there's a difference. It's about 18mm, as you can see. So I guess it's for, I don't know, material saving, that's all I can say, because obviously they got to carry out the 4 sheets. And yeah, that's a bit of an annoying thing. I forgot about that. As I said, I've done this sort of Wren kitchen wall 5 years ago probably. I couldn't quite remember what it was, so I'm kind of doing it with you guys. But yeah, for the bottom cabinets it's fine. For the base, we'll see what is with the wall hung cabinets. I'm not sure about them yet. But if you've got a wonky wall like I do, then you can have a bit of sort of caulking to do, I'm afraid. But yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? So, right, we've done this. This side is done. So next we need to do that side. And then this main part is ready for templating, and then we got I think three or four units here, like an L to put in. So again, we start from a corner unit as usual. So then we go left and right on out here, and yeah, so that's for tomorrow. And I'll put those doors on so they know, so they can template it easier for them to put a template in terms of knowing where the fronts are, etc. For dishwasher, I always allow 602, 603 instead of 600 space, because that gives you that little bit more, a little bit bigger gap for your door. Well, 602 I do it, because that gives you a good 3.5 mil either side gap. So they say 600, but then that gives you 2.5 mil, which is slightly too tight. So I would say you want a good 3mm gap either side of dishwasher. On washing machine even more, I would say 4, because it vibrates if it's integrated washing machine. So you definitely want to be 602 space for dishwasher. Dishwasher itself, I think it's 596, and door will be, I believe, 59. Oh, actually, we can measure here. I think 595 usually they are. Let's check. So yeah, door is 595. So that's if you have 602. So that gives you 3.5 millimeters gap, which is, you know, which should be sufficient, and you will avoid any troubles in future. So yeah, so that's where we are, and I'll catch up you in a bit.
Just waiting for you. Just waiting for you.
So just wanted to show you how to release the drawers from on Wren kitchens. So what you need to do, you pull it out slightly, the runners, not all the way, but just a little bit, like 100 mil, and then you pull up, you hear the click, and that's when you have released from the clips. And so that's how you release it. Then you can put it back in, put the runners back in when you want to put it in a position, put them all the way in, slide the drawer runner gently in a position, and all you got to do is push. You'll hear the click sound, and what that will give you is runner in a position, drawers and runners in a position where you need it. So I hope you find it useful, and I'll catch you in a bit.